Hey, hey, everyone. This is Prof Prince here from LionTech Academy, Canada, and it's my pleasure to give you a program overview of, our diploma in cloud infrastructure, DevOps, and cybersecurity engineering program. There are a couple of things that, as anyone trying to break into tech, you want to understand, and you start asking yourself the question: one, is this program for me? Maybe, you have the background. Maybe you're coming from a business management background, finance, accounting, or you're just completely new in tech, right? And you're asking these questions. The first thing is that, yes, you can transition into this program and you can do exceedingly well with this program. And I'm going to explain why. First, let's talk about cloud infrastructure. What is cloud? So, cloud computing is anything that you have access to over the internet. And think about it this way, right? Some of the daily use cloud services that we interact with every day that most people don't know is Gmail, right? Gmail. When you send somebody a file in your Gmail, or somebody send you a document, it doesn't occupy anything in your phone, right? Except you download it. Um, it stays in your Gmail, and you have to log into that Gmail to be able to access it. So that is cloud computing, right? Storing data, okay, in the cloud. So talk about cloud infrastructure. We're then going to be looking at what storage infrastructure are we going to be using, what compute infrastructure, how do you configure networking in the cloud. This is what cloud is all about. So cloud computing, uh, when you think about it, right, it's just like car rental. Okay, let's assume that or however, it's a rental service, right? Assume that you're traveling to Lagos for a conference. You have two options. Coming from Port Harcourt, you can either drive your car down there, right? Or you can just take a flight, land in Lagos, and then you can rent a car. You rent a car when you are done, you go keep it, and you no longer, owe anything to the car rental agency. So this is why most companies today are moving to the cloud and are in high demand, or are, in search of individuals who have this knowledge, okay, of cloud computing. Another very good example is if you look at the court systems in most African nations. So when you go to the court clerk, you see all files, like you see all this cabinet with a lot of files, right? Now, assume that that court or that justice department wants to modernize its operations and wants to get rid of all of these old ways of doing things. They want this to be in the cloud. Yeah. Then, of course, what? You are going to be hired because you have the knowledge, you know what services can be used in the cloud. And above all, you understand how, those services cloud can, or those data, or via, everything in the cloud can be secured, right? Exactly. So cloud computing is so broad, and it's also one of those areas that anybody coming from anywhere in terms of educational background can succeed in it. Now, secondly, let's talk about DevOps. So DevOps, DEV, okay, Dev. DEV just stands for development, okay, and operations. OPS is operations. So let's break it down because sometimes people are like, oh wow, this looks like programming, it looks like coding. No, it's not coding, right? So DevOps, um, you are going to be more like a general manager in a bank who understand what every other department should be doing, but you can also do it, right? That is where DevOps engineer is. But In the context of software development, what do DevOps engineers do? Okay. Now, what DevOps does is we are working on a software development project, and my role as a DevOps engineer is to automate processes, is to make sure that instead of this application to go to the market in 6 months, can I use technology? Can I use, softwares to enable this process to go to the market instead, in 3 months? Can we cut down the delivery time or the expectation time by 50%? So this is what DevOps does. And that's what you see, like even in cloud when it comes to infrastructure management, right? DevOps also comes in there because what then DevOps introduces infrastructure automation. So these are all the skills that you are going to learn. And in cybersecurity, of course, what it's all about security. Just like many of us today, I don't know who leaves their phone these days, unlocked, right? Or who goes to bed these days with their door unlocked, right? The reason why we lock our doors, the reason why we have, border controls, border officers, immigration, police, national identity cards. Okay, it's what's all about security. So this is all you are going to be learning. So in overview, you would start the program by learning, basic operating systems, and then you look at the versions control, we look at application build automation, look at application testing, application, CI/CD automation, how to set up continuous integration and continuous deployment, that is CI/CD, and then of course look at infrastructure and how do you automate the creation of infrastructure in the cloud. In other words, let's assume that you were asked to create 1,000 servers in AWS cloud. How are you going to do that? Are you going to go about, doing this manually? Or is there an approach? Is there a way that this can be automated? So these are the skills you're going to learn. And then, of course, can end up here working as, an automation engineer as well. So this is so important for you to understand. Then, of course, you look at configuration management, cloud security, compute security, networking security, operating system security, cryptography, ethical hacking, vulnerability assessment, and a lot more. So all of this program is wrapped together. So at the end of the program, you do receive a diploma in cloud infrastructure, okay, DevOps, and cybersecurity engineering. And this comes from Kesmonds University International, Kesmonds International University. So this helps you to navigate maybe into a bachelor's program, then you move into a master's or even a PhD in any of these disciplines. So this is the overview of the program. The program runs for 9 months and it runs mostly on the weekends, Saturday and Sunday. And then yeah, we have quiz. We have weekly evaluation quiz that we sent out every Monday, and so that forms part of your transcript or part of your progress report card as as you go through the program. And yes, 9 months. Yeah, the program runs online. Okay, 80% is online and 20% in some locations is going to be offline. And yeah, but I can say that the program runs 100% online. Yeah, so that's how the program runs. We also accept monthly installment for your tuition. The fees for this program is 30,000 US dollars. So after the training, we offer a lot of other services like career services, assisting you with job placement and all of that, right? So this is just the way the program runs. And yeah, um, exactly, right? So this is an overview of our program. It's a very, very detailed program, and we look forward to welcoming you to class. Thank you. And yeah, I hope you like the overview. And I will leave a link here for you to register. When you find out when our next class is going to start, just click on that link and you're going to see the next start date. Thank you again. My name is Prof Prince, and I'll see you in class hopefully.